what we know about the crash so far. Also, the Toppenish School District is making drastic cuts after facing millions in a budget shortfall, where they're having to make the tough decisions. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast and a timeline of when our weather turns warm. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 6 a.m. on Tuesday, May 7th. And before we get to Tiffany with the weather, I want to show you guys this video. So this video was taken by Nicole Murbach, one of our account executives. A brief thunderstorm rolled through the Tri-Cities yesterday afternoon, and it brought plenty of thunder and pea-sized hail over in Pasco. So this was taken in the area of Road 68 just before 3 p.m. and the storm only lasted a few minutes with a little lingering rain. So I'm sure some of you saw or experienced this. I, however, did not see any of this, but we'll check in now with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. And Tiffany, I know you said there could be a thunderstorm, but I think this is a little unexpected. Can we expect anything like that today or maybe later this week?
No, things are going to be quiet today, and things are looking even quieter as we head through the rest of the work week. But we did have that chance for thunderstorms yesterday with that upper level disturbance overhead. It did have a decent amount of cold air with it overhead, or in the upper levels, I should say. So that is why we did have those small pea-sized hailstones develop. And I did take the radar all the way back to yesterday afternoon, and I stopped the clock at 2:45, and we did have a lightning strike right near Pasco, right over the Tri-Cities area. So that is when you may have heard that thunder, saw the lightning, and also experienced that pea-sized hail falling from the sky. Now, all the thunderstorm activity was pretty spotty in nature, but it's not something we see every day here in the Pacific Northwest. So thanks again to our account executive for sending that in. As we go into our temperatures today, we're looking at a partly cloudy sky this morning at our Dust Devil Sky Cam in Pasco. And here's our temperature graphic showing that we're in the 30s and 40s. So we're at 44 in Tri-Cities, 42 Walla Walla, 33 degrees in Yakima. So a little bit colder to the north and west where the winds aren't quite as strong, but where the winds are up, that's why we're not quite as cold in these spots across the Columbia Basin where those winds are out of the southwest 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now the winds will increase today just like they did yesterday, so it will be a windy day. 40s for the morning commute. Take the jacket with you. Only upper 60s this evening, and the wind will make it hard to drive at times. So definitely a two-hand on the steering wheel kind of day. But the winds diminish tomorrow, and our warm-up really starts to take shape by the end of the week and into the weekend. We'll let you know when we could hit 90 coming up. Jessica, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. And now to this morning's headlines. We start in Milton Freewater. A 5-car crash on OR 332 yesterday afternoon prompted a lot of traffic delays. According to the Oregon Department of Transportation, the crash was just 2 miles north of the intersection with Highway 11. At this time, there are no reports of fatalities and the extent of the injuries are not known. But there is extensive property damage, and the cause of the crash remains under investigation. Toppenish School District had concerning audit reports under the previous superintendent, but the latest audit has the district in the clear. However, Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us they're now faced with staffing cuts due to an $8.9 million budget shortfall.
I spoke with interim superintendent John Sheehy, who took over the position back in March. He tells me that there's 4 main factors that contributed to the budget shortfall. First, with the building of the Early Learning Center. The project, $5 million short, so the district covered that with money from their reserve fund.
The district thought that they were going to receive a grant for that $5 million, and that didn't come through.
Leaving the reserve depleted, now at $1.35 million, enough to cover district operations for less than a month in case of emergency. Another factor, when property values went up, they were no longer eligible for state levy equalization adjustment funds, a loss of $1.2 million. Another $800,000 lost due to a big drop in enrollment in their online school.
Many of those students went with other agencies or didn't sign up at all.
Plus, with overall enrollment down by 200 students, state funding decreased by another $2 million. All in all, the budget short by $8.9 million. As to why they didn't act sooner?
I don't think it became as real as this year, needing to pay for the preschool. Just take the declined enrollment for this year away and the preschool payment away, and we would not be in this position.
But now the district has to make cuts, eliminating 24 open positions and laying off 24 current staff members.
We cut 3 assistant principal positions, 10 teacher positions, 2 graduation specialists, 7 classified staff positions, 1 supervisor.
She says staff will finish out the end of the school year and be paid through the end of their contracts.
The challenge moving forward is to recover from this financial challenge, and I know the district will do that. The district will continue to provide great services to kids. We're just going to have to do it with fewer people.
The district's current levy expires next year, at which point they'll have to ask voters to approve a new one. He says they're hoping by that time they'll once again be eligible for the levy equalization adjustment funding from the state. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. In a follow-up now, organizers of a fundraiser for the paraeducator who was shot and killed at a West Richland elementary school say they're grateful to the community for its support. The fundraiser for the family of Amber Rodriguez at Summers Hub in Kennewick last Friday raised over $20,000. Organizers say the money will be used to help pay for Rodriguez's funeral. Several members of the community and businesses around the region donated items for the silent auction, and food trucks at the hub also donated a portion of their sales towards the fundraiser. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest. After a possible ceasefire yesterday, Israel launches another attack. Why some say it's not exactly what it seems. That new report coming up this morning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Murray Gaston Wine Bar.
Who has the deals? Furniture Row! Who has the deals? Furniture Row!
This Memorial Day, we've been training. Prepping for savings so big, they're getting backed in by the truckload. The more you buy,
the more you save. Save $100 for every 1,000 you spend.
Check out doorbusters while they last. And financing? We're talking 6 years, no interest. But I want to know, do you have the guts to save like never before? The Memorial Day Super Sale, only at Furniture Row.
When you get hurt on the job, you never know if you're going to get paid by Labor and Industries. Let Bothwell and Hamill fight on your behalf for your workers' comp. We can often increase your compensation. The sooner you call us, the better. If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill. Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back. In world news, an Israeli military official says Israel has captured the Gazan side of the Rafah crossing. It's a vital entry point for much needed aid. Israel says it's a ceasefire negotiating tactic. But Amy Kiley reports that analysts worry for the millions of civilians taking refuge in the city.
Apparent gunfire sounds out of Rafah today heard over the border in Egypt. They're amid an Israeli military operation that left multiple people dead, according to Palestinian civil defense. It comes hours after Israel urged people to evacuate certain areas. It also follows celebrations over Hamas's agreement to a ceasefire and prisoner exchange.
There is a new opening door for a possibility.
A document obtained by CNN indicates the deal includes a, quote, period of sustainable calm. Protesters in Israel are urging their leaders to accept the offer and get back hostages. But Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his war cabinet aren't on board yet.
He wants a ceasefire and a hostage return, but not a permanent ceasefire. Hamas wants a prisoner exchange, hostage return, and a permanent ceasefire.
Israel and Hamas are set to continue negotiations today.
In parallel, we are still operating in the Gaza Strip and will continue to do so.
Israel says its latest airstrikes and movements are a way to pressure Hamas to meet demands. The White House says they aren't necessarily the start of a major offensive. Analysts say that would be devastating for civilians.
The president doesn't want to see operations in Rafah that put at greater risk the more than 1 million people that are seeking refuge there.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
The White House says the movement and airstrikes aren't necessarily the start of a major offensive. And the much anticipated launch of Boeing's Starliner spacecraft is now on hold. So Monday night's mission was postponed about 2 hours before launch because of a technical problem. Engineers discovered an issue with the valve on the Atlas V rocket, which will launch the Starliner into space. The Starliner capsule is a brand new spacecraft that's expected to compete with SpaceX. 2 astronauts are set to fly on the Starliner on a week-long test flight that'll dock with the International Space Station. It's unclear right now when the spacecraft will take its maiden flight. And up next on Good Morning Northwest, meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your first alert full forecast. She'll let you know what to expect for today and also when a warm-up is coming.
Next ET.
I'm coming straight to you first.
Rihanna, J-Lo, Zendaya.
And I'm just going to be like the whole time.
The stars holding fashion court at the Met Gala. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
Did you miss Good Morning Northwest today? Then go to applevalleyNewsNow.com where our show streams all day, every day, right on the homepage. Oh, and when you see this screen, it means we're in a short break. So just keep the app open and enjoy the show.
Next
5, Oscar winner Jessica Lange, Cedric the Entertainer, plus
I Love Mom Week continues.
it's all coming up on the #1 entertainment talk show.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Looking for a great fishing hole? Fly the Northwest tonight at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. The sun is out. We are partly cloudy in Pasco as we take a live look out of our Dust Devils sky cam, and it's going to stay quiet at Gisa Stadium this week as the Dust Devils are going to be in Eugene taking on the Eugene Emeralds, I believe. So a quiet week in Pasco as far as the Dust Devils go. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s this morning, a little bit colder where the winds are lighter. That is the case in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, but it's not going to be that way for long. 33 in Yakima, 39 in Ellensburg. We're at 44 at Hanford, 44 in Tri-Cities, and 42 degrees in Walla Walla. So you still need that jacket on these cooler mornings. And the winds making it feel even colder out there. Winds are out of the southwest, anywhere between 10 and 20 miles per hour, stronger across the Columbia Basin and the foothills of the Blues. And today is going to be another windy day. In fact, there is a wind advisory in effect for the Kittitas Valley, including Ellensburg. That is where winds could gust as high as 50 miles per hour, but it's going to be windy all across the region. Everyone else could see wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour. So just be careful driving and be alert for any items that may have blown around, maybe on your deck or patio, or even those trash cans. They could get knocked into the street as well. If you've been suffering from allergies, it's still predominantly tree pollen out there. It's because the wind has been so high. So the pollen forecast showing that the tree pollen should remain in that medium to high range today. Winds come down a little bit tomorrow, but notice that's really not enough relief. And then the pollen count is expected to rise as the warmer weather returns by the end of the week and into the weekend. So hopefully you have those medications close by today and over the next couple of days. Our first alert radar showing that things are quiet across our region, but there's still some snow falling along the higher elevations of the Blues. It looks like the snow wrapping up across the Cascades, and that snow will be dwindling over the next couple of hours. That system that brought us the rain this weekend, that's actually off to the east. That's actually retrograding a little bit and moving back to the west. That's going to bring Idaho and Montana some additional rain today. That's not going to get close enough to us, so we're going to keep it dry. And that upper level system that brought us a little bit of thunderstorm activity yesterday, well, that'll be slowly shifting off to the east, but we're still under the influence of that dip in the jet stream. That is why temperatures stay below average today. Tomorrow starts our pattern change. Ridge of high pressure starts to build in from the south and west, and we're really going to warm things up quickly by Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all thanks to high pressure firmly in control. So our futurecast showing that we'll see a mix of sun and clouds today, probably more in the way of cloud cover out toward Walla Walla and Pendleton. That's where we may see a stray shower, a couple of sprinkles here and there. Not enough to really take that umbrella with you. The rest of us will stay dry. It'll be cool, and it'll be another windy day. And I say cool because our average in the Tri-Cities, 75 this time of year, so nowhere near that. 68 for your high, 64 in Hermiston. Look at the foothills of the Blues, only in the upper 50s to near 60 today. And in the Yakima Valley, 64 Ellensburg, only 56. Tonight, we're partly cloudy. It'll stay breezy this evening, but then those winds will diminish late tonight and into tomorrow morning. That should allow temperatures to drop back down into the mid and upper 30s. Tomorrow, we're back in the 70s, still a little bit below average, but then look at that warm up. It really starts Thursday and Friday, low and middle 80s, and then look at Saturday. We could see our first 90-degree day of the year, so we'll call it hot this weekend for Mother's Day, and then temperatures start to trend downward a little bit early next week. Yakima 64 and windy today, 70s tomorrow, and you're in the 80s and close to 90 by the weekend. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And we've got some mild weather here, but now to severe storms ravaging parts of the Midwest. So overnight, several tornadoes confirmed across multiple states, tearing up homes and trees, leaving a path of destruction. And Wynn says this comes as Texas residents are still reeling from life-threatening floods in the region.
This morning, violent storms slamming the Midwest. Life-threatening tornadoes touching down across multiple states. In Oklahoma, several homes and businesses reportedly destroyed.
going to be for a tornado hit there. The house is fallen. There's a person trapped under the house.
Authorities say search and rescue efforts are underway. About 150 miles west, these dark tornado storms threatening the 1,000-person town of Okeen, Oklahoma. Lightning electrifying the skies in Guthrie. Forecasters have issued a rare high-risk weather warning for the area.
Pay close attention to this storm. Listen to our language very closely, listen to our tone, and be ready to seek shelter if a tornado warning does come out on this.
In Smithville, Tennessee, a tornado ripping up trees and destroying homes.
It was like a whistle from the tornado. It sounded like a whistle to me. And then there was just like loud noises everywhere.
Damage and large hail reported in Kansas. Strong winds and heavy rain also pummeling London, Kentucky and Harrisonburg, Virginia. Further south in Texas, people still recovering from major flooding. Governor Greg Abbott announcing at least 3 deaths due to the severe storms, including a child swept away by floodwaters.
There now are 91 counties that have been impacted by this ravaging storm. 91 counties for which I have declared a state disaster.
And throughout the Midwest, thousands have been left without power. Forecasters are expecting severe storms to weaken slightly as they move into the Tennessee and Ohio River Valley today. Also, in some health news, genes known to increase the risk of Alzheimer's may actually be an inherited form of the disorder. Researchers say the new data shows that the disease may be inherited more often than previously known. 2 forms of the disease are currently recognized: inherited and sporadic. Most cases are thought to be sporadic, with inherited cases accounting for only 1 in 50 cases. But based on new research, about 1 in 6 cases of Alzheimer's could be inherited. Researchers say that's because of a better understanding of the role that one type of the gene plays in a person's risk for developing the disease. And she won the crown last September, but says she's resigning so she can focus on her mental health. Miss USA Noelia Voigt released a statement on social media saying she's beginning a new chapter of her life, and she hopes to inspire others to prioritize their mental health. The 24-year-old hopes people will learn to advocate for themselves and not be afraid of the future. Voigt is from Utah. She became the first Venezuelan-American woman to win Miss USA, and the organization says it'll work to determine a successor to Voigt and should make an announcement in the coming days. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, the FAA says it's taking a closer look at maintenance crews on the Boeing Dreamliners. What they say they're looking for when it comes to some documentation. Your business headlines are up next.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck, heavy hit.
Call 853-2222.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
What makes me strong?
Every shot I take.
Every paddle I pull.
Every delicious bite.
Every good long laugh.
Every story about our ancestors.
My family, my community, my tribe.
Our connection, that's our strength.
We use our strength to support each other. If you or someone else is struggling with mental health or thinking about suicide, call or text for help. That is a sign of strength we share.
Clear Choice Student Checking. Open yours today at any Yakima Federal Savings and Loan.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95 plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
Welcome back. In your business headlines this morning, the FAA says investigators are probing whether Boeing employees failed to perform some quality inspections on its 787 Dreamliner jets. The FAA wants to figure out if the inspections were conducted and if aircraft records may have been falsified by employees. Regulators say a Boeing engineer came forward publicly last month with different quality control allegations about several Boeing models, including the Dreamliner. In an internal memo, the Boeing executive overseeing the 787 program wrote the issue was reported by an employee and is an instance of misconduct, but not an immediate flight safety issue. And 2 varieties of Planters nuts are facing a recall. The FDA says Hormel Foods has voluntarily recalled Planters peanuts and mixed nuts due to possible contamination with the bacteria that causes listeria. The 2 recalled products are 4-ounce packages of honey roasted peanuts and some cans of lightly salted mixed nuts. The peanuts have a best if used by date of April 11th, 2025, and the mixed nuts have a best if used by date of April 5th, 2026. At this time, there are no reported illnesses. And a new Switch is coming. Nintendo is planning to announce the next iteration of its popular console by March 2025. The Switch has been one of Nintendo's most successful products to date, but little has changed in terms of development over the years. Sales have also been lagging recently. The company expects to sell 13.5 million units this year, a significant drop from the nearly 16 million sold last year. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, the Kennewick Police Department needs your help. Can you identify these people that you see on your screen right now? They are wanted in an assault. Also, the Yakima Fire Department shows off its newest firefighting tools, 2 brand new shiny trucks. Don't go anywhere. We'll show you those when we come back.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
Navigating a real estate transaction can be overwhelming, from finding the right property to navigating the closing process. That's why a successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process, an in-house marketing team to maximize your home's exposure, transaction coordinators to ensure accuracy throughout the transaction, and a network of local industry experts. With Windermere on your side, you can have peace of mind and confidence in your real estate journey.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. In football, your team can have a bad season. In real life, when you are having a bad season, you can call Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. And with tens of millions of dollars collected on behalf of clients, we will find the best solution for your situation. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit us online at quantumlegal.com.
Eastern Front and Russian mob threw down in a big way.
We are looking at a full-out gang war.
Gun! Officers down! Repeat, officers down!
The Rookie, all new tonight on ABC.
Embrace the smooth,
innovative vocals and dance moves of Morris Day and the Time, appearing for the first time at Legends Casino Hotel in Toppenish on Saturday, June 1st. A close collaborator with Prince and founding member of his band, Morris Day has a 2-decade mainstay with his own unique R&B sound. Tickets starting at just $30 are available at Ticketmaster.com or the Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Morris Day and the Time, along with special guest, the Family Stone, at Legends Casino Hotel on Saturday, June 1st. Get your tickets now.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Who has the deals?
Furniture Row.
Who has the deals?
Furniture Row.
This Memorial Day, we've been training, prepping for savings so big, they're getting backed in by the truckload. The more you buy,
the more you save. Save $100 for every 1,000 you spend.
Check out Doorbusters while they last. And financing? We're talking 6 years, no interest. But I want to know, do you have the guts to save like never before? The Memorial Day Super Sale, only at Furniture Row.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, the Kennewick Police Department needs your help in identifying the people in these pictures, why investigators are looking for them. And the District 4 race for Washington is heating up. Which one of these candidates has been endorsed by local Republican leaders? Plus, the University of Washington is launching a social media campaign to help one of its most famous basketball players, now in the NBA. Could you be the match? Also, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 6:30 on Tuesday, May 7th. Let's check in now on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, we had a little rain yesterday over the weekend, but I hear there's a warm-up coming. What can you tell us about right now, at least?
You know, a big warm-up coming as we head into the weekend. It's going to feel more like summer, but not so much today. Today is going to be a quieter day compared to yesterday and even compared to this past weekend. We're finally going to dry things out and the sun is shining, which is nice on this Tuesday. As we take a live look out of our Dust Devil sky cam in Basco, there are a few clouds out there, but that is to be expected today. Will be partly to mostly cloudy at times throughout the day. Our temperatures are in the 30s and 40s, so it is another chilly start to your Tuesday. 44 in Tri-Cities, 42 Walla Walla and Pendleton, 43 in Hermiston, but where the winds are not quite as strong, we're in the 30s across the Yakima and also the Kittitas Valley. So certainly a jacket is needed as you step out the door this morning, and the wind not helping things out, making it feel a little bit colder out there. So winds are primarily out of the south and west, 10 to 20. For many of us, a little bit lighter, but those wind speeds starting to pick up now across the Kittitas Valley, and that is where a wind advisory is in effect today. So as the kids are getting ready to head off to catch the bus this Tuesday morning, they will need the jackets, 48 degrees, but no rain gear needed. They will see a mix of sun and clouds, lower 60s around recess. High temperatures or temperatures climbing into the middle 60s by the time they head home, and we're looking at highs in the Tri-Cities in the upper 60s. So the cooler than average weather continues today, but like we mentioned, a big warm up in sight. We'll let you know when we could hit 90, and we'll have that Mother's Day forecast coming up in a little bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And the Kennewick Police Department is asking for your help in identifying people they say are involved in an assault. So if you take a look at your screen and look at these pictures, authorities say 2 people were attacked by a large group of males in the parking lot of a bar located near the 2100 block of West 4th Avenue. Authorities say the people in these pictures are suspects in that assault. If you have any information, contact them at the non-emergency dispatch number. In Yakima County now, the cause of a house fire that happened in Sela Sunday morning is still under investigation at this time. The fire broke out just after 10 a.m. Firefighters with the Sela Fire Department got to the scene and found the house and several vehicles on fire. Crews with the Yakima Fire Department, Yakima County Fire District 4, Yakima Training Center, Glebe, and East Valley Fire Departments also battled this blaze. It took several hours to put the fire and hotspots out. Nobody was hurt. Also, the Yakima Fire Department is celebrating the arrival of 2 new fire engines, one for Station 91 and the other for Station 95. The department ordered the engines back in August 2021, but supply chain issues and the company moving locations delayed the build. Each one cost $750,000, paid for by the funds the city received during the pandemic through the American Rescue Plan Act, or ARPA. The fire chief says the new engines will allow the old ones to be held as backups until they're eventually retired.
The importance is to have reliable apparatus that don't have a lot of maintenance problems. And we're on that borderline trying to keep some of our older engines, on the road.
The chief says they have a 3rd engine coming in at the end of July and are in the process of even ordering a 4th. Looking ahead today, the city of Walla Walla is hosting a presentation tonight for the city's 10-year tourism master plan. The presentation will include a discussion from Strategy Consultants Hub Collective. The team from Hub will share insights it's learned from members of the community and city leaders. Results from the community survey that was done last month will also be presented, and members of the community are invited to come to City Council chambers tonight. It starts at 6:30 to also share their thoughts and questions. Pasco native Tiffany Smiley, who ran unsuccessfully against Washington Senator Patty Murray in the 2022 election, announced yesterday morning she's now challenging Representative Dan Newhouse for his seat in Congress. Newhouse is also running for re-election for the 4th Congressional District, which covers parts of 8 counties, including Benton, Franklin, Yakima, and Grant. Newhouse has served in Congress since 2015. Meanwhile, the Benton County Republican Party opted to endorse Jared Sessler for the District 4 position. Sessler also challenged Newhouse in 2022, but didn't make it past the primary. And the primary this year is coming up in August. And the University of Washington is using its social media platforms to help a former Husky and NBA star find a new kidney. Nate Robinson was a first-round draft pick in the 2005 NBA draft, and 2 years ago, he announced he was battling kidney failure. The 39-year-old says he needs a new kidney and doesn't have much longer to wait. The University of Washington put a call out on social media, encouraging the public to register and see if they're a match. Robinson needs a kidney from a donor with A+ or O blood type. If you can help, sign up on UW Medicine's website. And up next on Good Morning Northwest, we told you about a desperate call for help from a local animal rescue yesterday. Our very own Riley Fitzgerald brings us an update. She lets us know what Mikey's chance needs the most. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with that.
This newscast sponsored by Washington State Department of Revenue's Working Families Tax Credit.
You're gonna need a new bumper. Did you say burger, guac, cheese, Santa Fe burger sauce, burger, jalapeno pepper, cheese, burger, cheese, burger, spicy cheese, bacon, guac, cheese, bacon. Big burger!
Get burger. Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
My family's been serving the Tri-Cities for 85 years at Griggs and the Tri-Cities Ace stores.
And we have some deals we don't want you to miss.
Ortho Weed Clear is on sale only $11.99.
Assorted colors of geraniums are only $2.49.
Tomato and pepper plants are sale priced at $4.99.
And this 50-foot garden hose is a steal at $24.99.
See all of the deals using this QR code. Come see us at Griggs and your Tri-Cities Ace stores, and thank you for your business.
You're going to Hollywood.
Watch Sunday at 5 and 8 on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital. This is how we care.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
Wow,
You really made our dreams come true.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve.
Guess that's what American Family Insurance is for. He's the wise twin.
Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto with American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
The El Diablo Burger is back at Carl's Jr. Habanero, jalapeno poppers, bacon. Give in to your devilish desires.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I figured El Diablo is back for eternity. Only at Carl's Jr.
Big burger! Good burger.
Did you miss Good Morning Northwest today? Then go to AppleValleyNewsNow.com where our show streams all day, every day, right on the homepage. Oh, and when you see this screen, it means we're in a short break. So just keep the app open and enjoy the show.
Next live, Oscar winner Jessica Lange, Cedric the Entertainer, plus
I Love Mom Week continues.
It's all coming up on the #1 entertainment talk show.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. So Mikey's Chance, a Tri-Cities canine rescue, is closing its doors to animal intakes right now. And rescue officials say there's an overwhelming number of dogs in need in the community. Riley Fitzgerald joins us live in studio this morning. Good morning, Riley. So how do rescue officials say that people can help?
Good morning, Jessica. I talked with a board member with Mikey's Chance Canine Rescue. She says there are a few ways the community can help out in their time of need right now. Overwhelmed with the number of dogs in the community in need, Mikey's Chance officials say they need to focus on the dogs in their care right now. More requests are coming in than the rescue is capable to help. Stephanie Stadelman on the Mikey's Chance Board of Directors says there's between 200 to 230 dogs in the care of their rescue right now. One factor that contributed to the closing of intakes, I'm told boarding for the dogs not in foster homes right now is costing Mikey's Chance $8,000 each month. Once the number of dogs goes down, Stadelman says intakes could open back up again.
We're really hoping that this can be a really temporary situation and that we can open up our intakes again because we know that a lot of dogs are in need. But to do that, we really need to get the dogs that we currently have in boarding out because it's just not fair for us to continue to intake dogs when they've been sitting in a kennel for a year.
Here are some ways Mikey's Chance needs the community's help. The first is foster homes. The rescue is putting an emphasis on a need for people to open their homes up, especially to medium and large dogs. The next is donations. Mikey's Chance officials say vet bills and boarding we talked about earlier are the biggest expenses. Another is fundraising. The rescue is looking for people to help coordinate activities to bring in more funds to cover costs. And the last is an emphasis on education. This includes spaying and neutering animals and also an emphasis on avoiding backyard breeders. Again, Mikey's Chance officials say this is temporary until it's able to serve the dogs already in its care. You can find more ways to get involved at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Jessica, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. And up next on Good Morning Northwest, it's time for the Met Gala. Jessica, excuse myself, and Riley will do a part 2 on looking at the looks from the Met Gala last night. We've got a few new costumes and fashions to show you. But first, meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your first alert full forecast. Don't go anywhere.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
The back end was in the back seat. There was nothing left of the rear.
Danny was in pain, and the insurance company was giving him the runaround.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company that I didn't have. I felt very comforted. I felt like I was going to be taken care of, that I didn't have to worry about it.
The insurance company couldn't run around me, and Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Get 0% APR for 72 months and $2,000 flex buy cash on an Escape, or up to $3,000 cash on a Mustang Mach-E, only at your local Ford dealer.
Want a family 4-pack of tickets to Dust Devils baseball? enter right now on our mobile app or click on contests at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Fireworks Night with the Dust Devils, May 18th. Baseball and fireworks. See you at the game.
For 25 years, GMA's Breakfast in Bed has supersized the joy of Mother's Day.
Oh, my goodness.
And now this week...
Hey, who's ready for breakfast in bed? Bam!
Only on...
Good morning, America.
Happy 25 years of Breakfast in Bed.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off select Kubota tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Enjoy bowling here at Triple Play, where fun is always in season. French fries are fun, which is always in season here at Triple Play. Speaking of fun, did you know it's always in season at Triple Play?
Dude, what's with dropping the tagline?
The marketing ladies wanted me to push it.
What did they offer you?
5 pizzas.
Gonna share, right?
Of course.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Oh, thanks.
Bad sleep?
The worst.
There's really no excuse for bad sleep during the Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. Or check out the Summit Easy on the Wallet for only $299.99. Save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Looking for a great fishing hole? Fly the Northwest tonight at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's been cool and unsettled over the past couple of days, but the pattern is going to change and we are going to flip-flop to warming things up by the end of the weekend into the weekend. In fact, we're talking about seeing our first 90-degree day of the year. So when do we typically see our first 90-degree day? Well, here's the average over the past 30 years for some of our bigger cities. So Tri-Cities, the average is May 21st. We saw it much earlier than that last year. Hermiston, May 24th. Yakima and Pendleton, the last day of May. And Walla Walla, it doesn't typically occur until early June, June 2nd to be exact. But not every year is an average year. There have been years where we've seen 90s in April. That was one of the earliest dates and also as late as July. So it doesn't necessarily have to be right around the average. But this year will be a few weeks before the average, it looks like. And we'll show you that 7-day in just a second. Our Dust Devil Sky Cam in Pasco showing that we do have some sunshine out there. We'll call it a mix of sun and clouds on this Tuesday. And the Dust Devils will be away all week, taking on Oregon. So it will be quiet at Kisa Stadium. Temperatures are in the 30s and 40s depending on the wind speeds. Where the winds are a little bit lighter, it's a little bit colder. That's the case in Prosser, 36, 33 in Yakima. We're up to 40 though in Ellensburg, big jump there. 44 in Hanford, 44 in Tri-Cities, 42 Walla Walla, and 42 degrees in Pendleton. And here are those winds. They're breezy already this morning out of the south and west, 10 to 20 miles per hour. A little bit lighter out across the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. Now we do have a wind advisory in effect for the Kittitas Valley until 11 o'clock tonight. That's where the wind gusts will likely be the strongest. They could gust up to 50 miles per hour, but it's really going to be windy everywhere. Everywhere else could see wind gusts as high as 40, 45 miles per hour. So definitely 2 hands on the steering wheel today. Take it easy as you're driving. Watch out for blown over trash cans and also some tree branches that may fall down as well. First alert radar showing a couple snow showers continuing for the higher elevations of the Blues, but it looks like the snow is really diminished along the Cascades and we're stuck in the middle. We are dry at this time. Now here's the weather pattern. We have an upper level disturbance that brought us those isolated storms yesterday. That's still going to keep temperatures below average because we still have that dip in the jet stream. But look at that high pressure, not too far away. That's going to start to build in. So we'll see a pattern change starting tomorrow and then that high pressure strengthens highs over the Pacific Northwest. So we're talking about a big warm up by the end of the week and into the weekend. Today, it will stay unseasonably cool. It's going to stay windy. Partly to mostly cloudy. I think we'll see more clouds along the foothills of the Blues, and we may see a couple of sprinkles, maybe a spotty shower out toward Walla Walla and Pendleton, but not enough to really bring the umbrella, so you can keep the umbrella at home today. Here are the highs: upper 50s to near 60 along the foothills of the Blues, upper 60s in Tri-Cities, middle 60s in the Yakima Valley. And tonight, partly cloudy. The winds will be breezy this evening, but then diminish while you are in bed, so temperatures will be dropping into the mid and upper 30s by early tomorrow morning. An even colder start on your Wednesday morning, but by Wednesday afternoon, we're back up in the 70s for many of us, but that's still below average considering the Tri-Cities average high right now, 75 degrees. So we're back in the 80s on Thursday, middle 80s Friday, and look at Saturday. That will likely be our warmest day of the week, 90 degrees. Mother's Day looking hot as well, 89. Yakima, 64 and windy. 70s tomorrow, 80s Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with the hottest days Saturday and Sunday. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And now it's time for part 2 of your entertainment news. Part 2 of Jessica and Riley Take on Fashion Police for fashion's biggest night out. The Met Gala was last night at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So our last hour, we took a look at some of the looks, and now we're going to take a look at some more.
Yes, we are. So every year there is a dress code theme, and this year's theme was the Garden of Time, and we both kind of took inspiration from that, you know, some floral. So it stems from the Costume Institute of the Metropolitan Museum of Art's latest exhibition, which is called Sleeping Beauties Reawakening Fashion.
Yeah, Garden of Time, Sleeping Beauties. Okay, so first up in this hour, we're going to take a look at Tyla. So she's a singer, and she's in Balmain, a sand dress. Get it? The sands of time? Like, yeah, Garden of Time.
I saw a clip of her being like picked up and lifted
carried
over.
Yes, it was crazy, but I personally love this. And there's some sand on her shoulder. That's me, you know, after the beach. That's everybody after the beach.
Sand.
You've got sand in places you don't want it in.
Exactly.
Who do we have next?
Next is Nicole Kidman in Balenciaga. I love it.
It's giving more Black Swan.
Yes, I don't see the theme, but I think it's very beautiful.
Maybe because it's like also crow-like, like more bird-like. It's both Black Swan and White Swan. It's like the two personalities mixing together. Well,
I could see it maybe.
Yeah. And next up we have actor Eddie Redmayne and a designer called Steve O. Smith, and I think the O stands for O. I think.
It's interesting.
Well, Riley, I just found out that you had a crush on him back in the day, and I'm a little confused by your behavior now.
When he was in one of those Harry Potter movies, the Fantastic Beasts,
yes.
I just loved Eddie Redmayne.
Do you love this outfit, though?
I need to take a closer look at it.
Like, if your husband wore this, would you be okay with that?
I don't think so. I don't see the vision. It's kind of interesting. It's also giving a little mushroom.
It's out there. I think it's going with the theme.
So next we have Zendaya, and my goodness, she knows how to
I think she had 3 outfit changes.
Oh my gosh.
And they were both all amazing.
So the blue peacock looking one is Mason Margiela, and the black vintage is vintage Givenchy.
Bless you. I'm just kidding. Givenchy. Wow. All of it was just exquisite. It's always fun to see what she wears.
Yes.
Next up, we have a Demi Moore in a Harris Reed gown. And fun fact, this was made from 60-year-old silk wallpaper.
Wow.
Like, you know, the things on the sides, it kind of looks like weapons.
It
you
does.
know, it's also giving Maleficent, giving, you know, I have bows and arrows ready to attack if you make fun of my outfit, so sorry, don't come for me, Demi Moore. and so next we have the Kardashians, Kim Kardashian, Kendall Jenner in the middle, and then Kylie Jenner, and they kind of kept it safe this year. I think they're all
usually.
I think they're all beautiful gowns. Yeah, they don't typically do that. At least Kim Kardashian does it. And she was holding her sweater a little awkwardly, and I just looked it up, and apparently it's inspired by what she said was the wildest night of her life. So it was her grabbing her boyfriend's cardigan, her hair still messed up, so that's why she was holding it all weird. Well, and hey, let us know what your thoughts are on these, you know, what your favorite one is. Message us on Facebook, on social media. I actually brought some flowers because I was like, let's try to put this on us, but it's not going to work out.
No.
Like, no. But, you know, Bad Bunny was holding flowers in one of his outfits, so that's what we're going to do. We'll keep it right here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, here's a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, it's the job scam targeting recent college graduates.
They emailed me saying that we'd like to interview you. I was really happy because at that point, that was the first time I've ever received something positive from a job application.
With some graduates applying to dozens of jobs at a time, some are falling prey to cons, seeking to harvest their personal information or being tricked into handing over their money.
They told me no, this was not a legitimate offer.
The FTC warning people to be wary of offers that seem too good to be true.
Everything will seem very believable. But at the end of the day, it's just scammers trying to get personal information or money from these students. People need to be on the lookout. They also should not feel ashamed if something like this happens to them.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the expert advice you need to spot and stop these scammers in their tracks. With your GMA First Look, I'm Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, New York.
For people who feel limited by the unpredictability of generalized myasthenia gravis and who are anti-AChR antibody positive, season to season, Ultomiris is continuous symptom control with improvement in activities of daily living. It is reduced muscle weakness. And Ultomiris is the only long-acting GMG treatment with the freedom of just 6 to 7 infusions per year. For a predictable routine, I can count on.
Ultomiris can lower your immune system's ability to fight infections, increasing your chance of serious meningococcal infections, which may become life-threatening or fatal, and other types of infections. Complete or update your meningococcal vaccines at least 2 weeks before starting Ultomiris. If Ultomiris is urgent, you should also receive antibiotics with your vaccines. Before starting Ultomiris, tell your doctor about all of your medical conditions and medications. Ultomiris can cause reactions such as back pain, tiredness, dizziness, limb discomfort, or bad taste. Ultomiris is moving forward with continuous symptom control. Ask your neurologist about starting Ultomiris.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:54. We'll get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. So starting off, a 5-car crash on OR 332 yesterday prompted a lot of traffic delays near Milton Freewater. According to the Oregon Department of Transportation, the crash was just 2 miles north of the intersection with Highway 11. At this time, there are no reports of fatalities, and the cause of the crash remains under investigation. And the cause of a house fire that happened in Selah Sunday morning is also under investigation at this time. The fire broke out just after 10 a.m. and firefighters with the Selah Fire Department got to the scene and found the house and several cars on fire. Nobody was hurt. And the Kennewick Police Department is asking for your help in identifying people they say are involved in an assault. And the pictures are on your screen. Authorities say 2 people were attacked by a large group of males in the parking lot of a bar located near the 2100 block of West 4th Avenue. Authorities say the people in the pictures are suspects in the assault. If you have any information, contact the non-emergency dispatch number. Organizers of a fundraiser for the paraeducator who was shot and killed at a West Richland elementary school say they're grateful to the community for its support. The fundraiser for the family of Amber Rodriguez at Summers Hub in Kennewick last Friday raised over $20,000. Organizers say the money will be used to help pay for Rodriguez's funeral. And looking ahead today, the city of Walla Walla is hosting a presentation tonight for the city's 10-year tourism master plan. The strategy group will share insights it's learned from members of the community and city leaders. And members of the community are invited to come to City Council, the chambers tonight starting at 6:30, and that's to share their thoughts and questions.
It's a beautiful start to your Tuesday. The wet weather has exited. We don't have any thunderstorms out there like we did yesterday afternoon. And we're looking at that sunshine as we take a look out of our Dust Devil Skycam in Pasco. The winds did stay up overnight. We're looking at another windy day. In fact, winds are still breezy right now out of the south and west, 10 to 20 miles per hour. And these will increase between 20 and 30 miles per hour today. We could see gusts as high as 40 and the Kittitas Valley under a wind advisory where gusts could reach 50 miles per hour. So take it easy when you're driving today and be extra careful. Temperatures are in the 30s and 40s, 44 in Tri-Cities, 42 in Walla Walla, Pendleton, 43 in Hermiston, and 33 in Yakima. A little bit colder where the winds are a little bit lighter into the Yakima Valley, but that's not going to last for long. Today, 68 degrees, mix of sun and clouds, windy again, and still unseasonably cool for this time of year. 38, partly cloudy tonight with winds diminishing late, and tomorrow the winds will be much lighter and we're back in the lower 70s. And look at this warm up, 80s on Thursday. If we do hit 90, it'll likely be on Saturday. That'll be our first 90-degree day of the year. Mother's Day looking hot as well, 89, 64, and windy today in Yakima, 70s Wednesday, 80s on Thursday. Slight chance for a few sprinkles in Walla Walla, but we're back in the 70s and 80s by the end of the week. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany, and thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next, and your local news is back tonight at 5, and you can always find the latest updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Have a great day. We will see you tomorrow.